Have you ever felt cornered? You try to twist the truth to confuse the person, but then they look at you like, yeah. That's what happened here with Shady Peterson. He cornered his guest and went savage. Let's roll the clip.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm Muslim.
Really?
Yeah.
You like, are you like one of those Allah Akbar people?
What do you think that word means?
Well, I don't know what it means, but I know when I hear it out loud, what's going to happen next.
What's that supposed to represent?
Chopping off the head.
Chopping off the head?
Allahu Akbar.
So what does that word mean?
I'm about to take your head off.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the actual definition of that word?
Die.
Die. It actually means God is great.
So is it true that Muhammad used to have a whole bunch of wives, including little girls?
No, that's not true.
That's not true either?
No.
How do you know that's not true?
Well, how do you know it's not?
Is it evil to behead people?
Yes.
It is evil?
Yes.
Well, why is that taught in the Muslim religion?
Show me where that's taught, man. Just because Muslims are doing it doesn't mean that Islam teaches it.
Then why are they doing it? They say they get it from the Quran.
I have no idea.
Allahu Akbar encouraged them to do it.
Yes.
That is punishment.
Yeah.
Where are they getting that from? Are they lying about being taught that within that religion?
Like I said, completely twisted and perverse understandings of the faith. You have to realize that these things are not done in a vacuum. They're done in a socio-political climate. The hate that you're seeing emanating from that part of the world is hate that was brought upon them by bombs that were dropped upon them. And they're
well, that's not true.
And they're firing back in this evil sort of way. So don't describe things in a vacuum that have a much larger world context than that.
But
you're trying to simplify the matter.
You're not being honest right now. It didn't start with that.
I've lived for 40
Christians have been fighting since way back when. There's always been
true.
Christians have always been trying to protect themselves from Muslims. If Muslims love freedom, why is it that when they move to places over in Europe and France and other places, right?
You know what, let's take it back to that bit where he said Christians have always been fighting to protect themselves from Muslims. I told you my story as a kid, growing up in northern Nigeria, where we were attacked by Islamists. Then we didn't know the difference between Islamists and, the ones they called normal, peaceful Muslims. We all just saw them as Muslims, umbrella term. All as Muslims. That was our perception because we didn't know much about Islam. We didn't know much about Muslims. So the perception that we all have is we are being attacked by Muslims because we don't believe the faith, because we don't want Sharia law and they want to enforce it on us. Christians that I know in northern Nigeria are always ready for the defensive. But you will never hear of Christians just randomly attacking other faiths, whatever faith it is, just randomly attacking faith to enforce Christianity. Doesn't happen.
Christians have been fighting since way back when. There's always been
true.
Christians have always been trying to protect themselves from Muslims. If Muslims love freedom, why is it that when they move to places over in Europe and France and other places, right? The first thing they do is attack the free people.
Muslims love everybody.
Do they love the Jews?
Yeah, there's no difference.
They don't see the Jews as their enemies, infidels?
No.
Have you ever been taught that while growing up, that according to the Muslim religion, Christians and Jews are infidels?
No.
You love the Christian too?
Yes. Christians and Jews, even in the Quran, it doesn't tell you that. It only talks about specific people that was going against God.
So you were never taught that the Christians and Jews are infidels and worthy of death?
No.
In your religion,
really?
Muslim religion, do you see the Christian God and the Jewish God the same as the Allah God?
Yeah, it's all one God.
It's the same God.
It's the same
God.
God.
So Christians are going to heaven?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of Christians in heaven.
And the Jews too?
There's going to be a lot of Jews.
Really?
In heaven, yeah.
Do they know you feel this way?
Yeah, I was there.
I dare you to go in the mosque and say this. So even though the Quran says Christians and Jews are infidels, worthy of death, you could befriend them, deceive them, lie to them, to get them, to entrap them. You're saying that when it was translated, whoever translated put that in there, but that wasn't.
I've never read that at all, even in the translation. I have never even read that in the translation.
And if it is in there, is that, are you saying that's a mistranslation?
I would definitely say that, because I've read the Quran. I mean, we have to read the Quran every year. I've read the Quran, and I have never read like what you're saying. I have never read that. It contradicts all the other verses. It doesn't make sense.
So is it true that Muhammad used to have a whole bunch of wives, including little girls?
No, that's not true.
That's not true either?
No.
How do you know that's not true?
Well, how do you know it's not?
You know what I'm finding fascinating is that these guys here don't even know much about their religion, okay? Here, Jesse is just trying to get the facts. He's just trying to get what their faith says. That's all. It's not here about condemning people, okay? He's just here about, tell us what is there. Is this true? Is this true? I want to know. But so far, up to this point, they seem uninformed, except if there's some purpose.
How do you know it's not?
Muhammad was a prophet, right?
Yes.
And so is Muhammad the same guy that used to marry or date or have sex with young girls?
Yeah, great question. So that's one of the myths that's out there, right? So the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessing be upon him.
You have to say that every time?
I don't have to say it every time.
Why do you say it every time then?
There's two blessings to it.
And so did Muhammad have sex with young girls?
So it was revealed to him, and he took a wife who was not of age.
Was she like 12 or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact age, but she was.
You don't know the exact age? Bro, she was 6 and then consummated when she was 9. Isn't that so? I mean, I think at this point, this is just common knowledge.
Wasn't of age.
He was like 90.
He wasn't 90, but in her perspective, he probably was 90, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
This
guy doesn't know.
However, the time of the consummation of that marriage was delayed, right, until she became an adult.
So you actually believe that Muhammad married this girl, took her home, slept with her, but no sex until she became an adult?
I believe that Muhammad married her, put her as a part of his household, and waited until she was an adult to consummate the marriage.
Are you serious? You believe that? Do you and other Muslims see Christians and Jews as infidels, even though you don't go around saying it, but you are taught that we are infidels? Yes or no?
No.
You're not taught that with the Quran or anything?
Not explicitly in the way you mentioned it, absolutely not.
But it is being taught.
No.
We're not infidels.
Reverend Jesse, these are not yes or no questions. These are questions that need to be unpacked. And
I'm getting the feeling that you're saying that you are taught that.
No,
we are
and I'm
infidels.
not trying to run away from a question.
Right, I understand. So doesn't
I'm trying to be true to the question as somebody in my capacity who knows what I know, and not to give a
Of course.
Yeah.
And so you're not taught that we Christians and Jews are infidels.
No.
The Quran doesn't.
I've never been taught that. If you're asking me, have I ever been taught?
I mean, does the Quran teach that at all? Can we expect more Muslim terrorist attacks in this country?
You know what? I can't. I don't know the future. I can't predict the future. I hope not.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm Muslim.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you like one of those Allahu Akbar people?
What do you think that word means?
Well, I don't know what it means, but I know when I hear it out loud, what's going to happen next.
What's that supposed to represent?
Chopping off the head.
Chopping off the head?
Allahu Akbar.
So what does that word mean?
I'm about to take your head off.
Really?
Just as God
Okay,
balls.
what's the actual definition of that word?
Die.
It actually means God is great. That's all it means. God is great.
This
Well,
guy
why
is
do they
funny.
have to yell that out before they get chop your head off?
Because they're radical. And have you ever been to a mosque?
Oh, yeah.
Have you asked the imams there how they feel about radical Muslims?
No, when I see them get on their knees and they go, oh.
So what you're doing is making.
What the?
So what you're doing is making fun of the way we pray. Is that what it is?
Me. No, they're trying to cut my head off.
Do you speak?
It's hard to believe the Muslim because they've been taught at childbirth,
Just is
that
funny.
you can deceive the
And
infidel.
savage.
You can befriend them. You can do whatever you taste. to deceive them in order to take them down. So like, you sound so nice, you sound so friendly, maybe want to join up, right? But because I know you can't believe, because they've been taught to deceive, it's hard to believe the Muslim, even when they're nice like you appear to be, it's hard to believe it because your guys been trained to deceive the infidel. Let me ask, do you love the Jews?
Well, I love some friends of mine that are Jewish. I don't know all the Jews, so I can't love all the Jews. But just to answer that question,
do you love the
Jews?
Do you love the Jews?
I love some of my Jewish friends. I don't know every Jew, so I can't say I love the Jews. I feel like that's just a blanket statement.
And so, but if you don't love all, you love none.
That's true. That's true.
So why don't you love all the Jews?
Why don't I love all the Jews?
Yeah.
Just because I don't know all of them.
But do you need to know them in order to love them?
Sip.
I guess. To answer that question, why do Muslims want to conquer the world?
Right.
It's not so much conquer the world. It's like a referral program. You know, when you like refer someone to Netflix or a Lyft or some random thing, you get like points.
All right.
It's kind of the same. Like God's like, you know, help spread my message, you're going to get points. And who of us doesn't, you know, want these points, right?
But God doesn't want to conquer everyone. If they don't want it, he'll leave you in your hell. He doesn't miss sleep just because you don't want to come to him. He's not going to conquer you. He'll just leave you alone and let you suffer and die.
I agree. Conquer, I guess, isn't the best word to describe it. It's more like spread peacefully. I feel like, you know, because in Islam it says la ikraha fi din, which means you can't force anyone to do anything in the religion.
Yeah.
So you can't force anyone to get married, can't force anyone to accept the religion, you can't force anyone to do anything.
Do you love those Muslims who cut off people?
Okay, I mean, like I said, I grew up in northern Nigeria among Muslims, okay, and I've seen their tradition. So maybe that is just specific to the Muslims in northern Nigeria. But they force the girls, the little kids, young girls to get married. Like, they have no choice. They have to get married, all right? They are not allowed, under any circumstance, to hook up or get married to someone that is non-Muslim. So what she said here is not true. Jesse is just trying to ask them what the Quran says. And that's it. Just, does he say this? What does he teach? His aim is to find out if really and truly Muslims have been taught to deceive those that are kafirs, infidels, you know, the non-believers.
Do you love those Muslims who cut off people's heads and put them on the internet?
Absolutely not. We don't consider none of these actions to do with Islam. Because I just gave you a verse of the Quran, or maybe I didn't give it to you. I'll give it to you again now. In chapter 6 of the Quran, verse 8.
I didn't hear your answer. Do you love those Muslims that cut off the people's heads?
I said no. I said no.
Do you love the Muslims that enslave the blacks?
I don't know. This interview about love is it's okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Do I love who again? Go ahead.
Do you love the Muslims that enslave the blacks?
Which Muslims are you referring to? I don't love anyone who does. If they did that, I don't love the action. No.
Do you love the Arabs?
Who are you referring to? Please, because I'm an Arab now, and you made a claim about Arabic countries.
Oh, you're Arab?
Slavery. Yes, I am. Yes.
And what? So you're a Muslim and you're an Arab. What is the Arab?
Arab is my race.
Oh,
Arab is my race, and Muslim is my belief, my way of life.
So why do you live in Canada instead of an Arab country? You support Sharia law?
Well, yeah. Sharia law is it's the same laws of morality and integrity.
But should the Muslim be allowed to come to the United States and have their own law, Sharia law, as opposed to the American law?
Well, no, because that's the same thing. The same laws that you have, it's almost nearly the same laws for humanity. It's the same laws in the thing. They just got a different name because it came from somewhere else.
I mean, like, even me, I'm like, bro, come on. You're telling me Sharia law and the Western laws are similar, almost alike? Okay.
So you're being honest with me right now?
1,000%.
Is Islam a religion?
Yes.
It is.
It's one of the 3 Abrahamic religions, as far as I know.
And is it a religion of peace?
Yes.
Well, why do they chop off people's head and hold women back and throw homosexuals from the rooftops and they want to take over other countries? And they even say you can lie. They can say you can lie to the
Can we just
Christian.
pause for a brief moment?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about your personal black experience and use that as empirical evidence, as fact. But when I try to tell you about Muslims, you're like, nope, that doesn't work that way. I have my own perspective. If you have actual evidence to back up your claims, then we could have a conversation. Maybe I could describe where you are confused.
How about Allahu Akbar?
This means God is great.
Right, when they're about to kill you, blow you up, or chop off your head, or make sure women don't drive, or cut off their private parts. And
how about
in the name of Allahu Akbar. I rest my case.
Christianity has far more bodies.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true.
No. Do you love Christians?
To answer that question simply, I would say Muslims love goodness.
No, I'm asking
we love goodness. If someone does good, I love that person who does good. If someone does bad, I don't love that person who does bad, right? So if you generally ask me, do I love all Christians? I would answer no, obviously. I don't love all Christians. I don't love the Crusades. Went to Muslim lands and they were chopping heads, right? I don't love the Crusades, for example, right? So there are certain people I don't love. I don't love certain Muslims. I don't love extremist groups that go kills people and make our religion look bad. I have to give me a reason to love you, right?
So your answer to the question about do you love Christians is what?
Is no, I don't love everyone. I don't love all Christians.
But the Christian, quote-unquote, crusade was about protecting themselves from the Muslims, trying to kill them.
No, I think that's historically inaccurate. In fact, the first... Okay, go ahead. You want to say something?
That's true.
Okay. I think a lot of people don't know the history around the Crusades. Yeah, the Crusades, like Jesse said, was defensive. Yeah, it was as a result of Christians being killed, being massacred, okay? And you can look it up yourself if you want to. So if you see religious motivation, the Crusades were framed by the Catholic Church as a holy war to reclaim Jerusalem and the Holy Land from Muslim rule. Jerusalem held deep religious significance for Christians as a site of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. And then it goes on and on and on and on and on. And also Muslim conquest of Christian lands. There's just more to read about this. I tell people, study your history. When you study your history, you will know where humanity has come from. All right, it will be easier for you to debunk certain falsities. I don't know if that's the right word, but you'll be able to filter the false narratives. Okay, back to the video. Jesse Peterson here cornered his guests because he had the facts already. Now, facts are not always truth. Let me give you an example of why facts are not always truth. Now, a fact can be that a certain medicine kills 0.1% of the patients. That is a fact. And the truth is, the same medicine cures 99.9% of other patients. Looking at things from my perspective as a child, all right, we were attacked by Muslims. Now, that was a fact. What is the truth? The truth is that we were attacked by Islamists, which are Muslims. Hence, I don't like using umbrella terms anymore. In this video here, Jesse is talking about the bit where it says Muslims are allowed to deceive infidels, kafirs, non-believers. He is trying to bolster that point. He was speaking to other Muslims to find out the truth from them. So he was stating the things that is general knowledge and also some things that we know for a fact are real, are truth, based on the teachings and writings of the Quran. But a lot of the Muslims here, they don't seem to have that information, or maybe they have the information and they're holding it back. I don't know. Well, guys, there you have it. When cornered with the truth, some people will deny it, some people will twist it, but the facts are undeniable. And Jesse Peterson, he didn't back down at all. He kept pressing and pressing because wherever the truth is, it will come out. He pressed so hard and the truth had nowhere to hide. Now, this is a reminder that no matter how hard we try to dodge the truth, it always catches up. So, the question remains, if you're cornered with the truth, will you face it or keep running? So please, say things as they are. Don't sugarcoat it. Just say it. Thank you. Peace.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shines in my way. You are me. Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way.